we're ready. It's been a big journey. It's
a long journey.
Yeah, this has been true power travel through Europe. We have visited Germany, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, and Italy. There we go. We've been to so many countries in so few days,
we
can't even remember it. And it's been a heck of a journey, man.
But let's start with Berlin.
Let's do it. Yeah.
The first day was in Berlin, and you ran a little sightseeing run.
Yeah, we did a sightseeing run where we tested out how much we can see in 2.5 hours, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like if you, for example, were in a layover on a flight and you want to see the city very quickly, then how much can you really see? We saw the Brandenburger Tor, we saw Checkpoint Charlie, we saw the Berlin Wall. Yeah. And a lot of other cool smaller size, and monuments. Yeah, and it was great. It was a big success. We didn't expect that it was a success. That
you were very skeptical.
Yeah, we were very skeptical, and for some reason we came into the city, and right away we found a parking spot. I took some clothes on. Alex took the camera out, and then we just
rent a scooter and driving beside of you all the way.
Yeah, so a big recommendation there. That is definitely something to do when traveling. And we got the Currywurst. I forgot. We got the Currywurst in the perfect German setting with Hansi Hinterseer music.
October party, it's called that.
Yeah, the Oktoberfest. I got the food right away, so that was perfect.
And afterwards, we was driving to Austria.
We drove to Austria. Yeah.
There was the luck not so good as in Berlin.
Yeah.
The meaning to start with, we would like to wakeboard in Austria, but because of the floating, we couldn't that. Instead of wakeboard, we did some jumps.
Exactly. We did some small or big jumps, some front jumps in the water, and we also found some bigger jumps, 3 meter and 5 meter. And Alex, he was talking about he was going to do a front jump for the 5 meter.
5 meters didn't happen.
In the moment he came up there, he was like, I'm just freezing.
The small one, and now you're at the 5 meter? Then you don't like it. I already jumped that one. Stop that shit, I cannot have it, man.
Christopher, I'm just freezing.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. The 3 meter was okay, but the 5 meter was just scary.
Yeah, for you.
Afterwards, we found the lovely Red Bull Ring.
Yeah.
Well, the purpose was we were gonna drive some go-kart, but the go-kart lane there was...
It was lame. It was really cornery, and that is where the F1 championship is going on, and the track just looked awesome. But we couldn't drive on the track. It was very difficult. It was very high end, and the go-kart track didn't really seem that good because of all of the corners.
We couldn't get up into the speed.
Yeah.
It was like 15 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And the day after, we was driving to Slovenia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where we have a lovely day.
A lovely day.
The most beautiful place on earth.
Pretty much the most beautiful lake I've seen.
More beauty than the Garda Lake.
Garda Lake in Italy. Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but the Garda.
It looked pretty amazing. Yeah, there was mountains there, and there was like cliff with a big castle on top, and it was just amazing sights. And it was very accessible, so you could run around the whole lake very easily. Yeah, it was beautiful, so I went for a run there. 10 kilometers about. It was just one of the best runs I've done. And that's really the beautiful thing about running, which I was also telling Alex, that the thing that really got me into running and ultra running was that really in running beautiful places. And that's really something running can do. Like if you're at a new site and you can wake up and just go for a run, it doesn't have to be a 10K, it can be much less than that, but you just see a lot of stuff when you do it, and you see the place you are in, and you get a morning vibe of the place you're in. So that is really a cool thing to do, definitely. And afterwards, we were heading to Croatia, and we hadn't found a go-kart track, but all of a sudden, by the side of the road, There was
We
a
talk
go-kart.
like 10 kilometers from the exit.
Exactly.
From
There was
Slovenia.
a go-kart track. Yeah, that track was just awesome. Sodi, we can give you a recommendation right here.
We can do it.
Awesome track. Outdoor track with big straights, so you get a lot of speed. The cars were very fast.
And very nice people.
Extremely nice. Yeah, family owned.
Yeah.
Was my
It
impression.
was 75 years old, the track,
Yeah.
but for like 1 year ago they have put some new concrete
Yeah,
on
exactly.
the lane, so it's
Asphalt. Yeah.
asphalt. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was very nice to drive on.
Yeah.
And the corners you have the long strike,
Yeah.
and you almost did the record of the day.
Almost. But we were talking to the owner, and he
Yeah.
actually said that the track record was beaten by a Danish girl.
Ava, I think she's
Ava.
named.
Ava, you drive very good.
So if you see this, Ava,
But if you see this, damn, you drive good. But you were also pretty light, 40 kilos.
you
They
weigh
said.
like
And I'm 82, and Alex is
92.
about 92. So
almost double the weight.
yeah, I think actually we did much more than our potential, because we were both of us were not born with the parents who gave us go-karts, but we really love driving fast and go-karts. So
I think it's the adrenaline
yeah, the
rush you get
adrenaline.
when you
Yeah.
sit in there in the small car, almost to the ground, and just push the speeder.
Exactly.
You feel like a Formula One driver.
Yeah, in a smaller fashion. You
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah,
You
but
kinda
still.
do. And that is the basics of Formula One and driving fast. That is go-karting, and it's just an awesome sport. The only problem with the sport is really that it is so expensive. If you want to do it in a real fashion and drive real track karts, then it's much more expensive. So a day at the track like that is just awesome, because then you can really get a taste of how it's like to drive a go-kart. And then we went to Croatia.
That was one of the best places ever.
Yeah.
We started to find the camping spot where they have a lovely restaurant. We got like, what they call
Shiwapsisi.
and a lot of other meats.
Yeah.
But it's like the grilled taste of that meat was so lovely.
Yeah, awesome. We got a really cheap dinner. It was very cheap in Croatia, and the food was amazing and cheap. And the camping spot was also a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
It's a luxurious one we found.
For the price, it was
Yeah.
very good.
It was great.
I think it's like 36 euros.
Yeah, exactly. Cheap and great.
Yeah. And the morning after the camping spot was laying next to the wakeboard park.
Yeah,
So the morning after like 9 o'clock, we were sitting to the wakeboard park, and I was trying to do wakeboard for my first time.
yeah. And Alex had told me that he will definitely do a
I will do the
And I
track
said,
the best.
Alex, listen to me. It's really difficult to start wakeboarding, and you need a lot of practice to do it. And please, I also gave him some instruction. I said, please let go of the cable. It is much more powerful than you. And he had looked at me doing it and said, oh, that looks easy. That's no problem.
But I learned it by the hard way.
Yeah,
After I think 4 or 5 runs, I
the
injured
clips.
my shoulder.
hit the clips. Yeah.
I injured my shoulder, so I couldn't run for the rest of the day. But you have like
Yeah.
almost 2 hours where you
Yeah,
driving.
a good session, and
Yeah.
the thing about the place was that it was point blank, crystal water. It was perfect.
You could
it was
see the
glass.
fish.
You could see the fish. You could see down at the bottom. It was just beautiful, and by the sea. So it was one of the best wakeboard parks I've been in, except for what are you doing there? Alex just needs to get some nose spray. It's because he does a lot of snooze, and he don't really think that it's because of that. Yes. This kid right here.
again.
This kid right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a beautiful, just a beautiful session at a beautiful spot.
We hit the cliff jump,
Yeah,
and you did a very high jump.
Yeah.
I think it was like 10 to 12 meters.
yeah, probably 50 meters. No,
100.
yeah, 100 meters.
Almost a base jump.
We came to the side and Alex wanted to see some caves first, and I was just like, Alex, just let us get this over with. Let's see the jump, see if we can do it. Also, always look that it is safe to jump. So I wanted to get there in time to see if the jump was doable. Even if other people are doing it, you have to check the water, how deep it is and stuff like that. And then when we got there was a girl jumping from the highest point directly down. For some reason, I was like, you know, if she can do it, I can do it.
You can don't back out.
So I was just, So I was like, Alex, go down. We're just gonna do it. Not a lot of thinking, just jumping. Boom, jump in the water. Landed very good. A lot of people we saw there landed horribly.
On the
that's
backs,
also
on their legs, and
it's just like, it was must be so many people there hitting themselves because they think they got it, but they don't.
And the sound when someone hit the water
It's
badly.
horrible. Yeah. There was a girl who was like doubting if she could jump for maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, and then she jumped and just landed on her back pretty much.
Yeah.
It was horrible splash. She really hit herself, and I think it's important with these cliff jumping that you start at a low point. It's because you have seen all of these Instagram stories and reels and shorts and YouTube videos about cliff jumping. You have to start small at the beginning. Don't just start with jumping the big stuff. Start at 1 meter, 3 meter, 5 meter. I think that's the way to go. Also with all of these extreme sports, start at a reasonably place. And if you don't do that, then maybe that is not for you. You know, feel it out.
As I say, you need to learn how to crawl before you can walk.
Exactly. You gotta get some airtime if you wanna do stuff like that. Yeah, and Alex also did some very nice stuff and did some front jump and did some jumping there. For some reason, Alex, you didn't do the big jump. Why didn't you do that?
It was a little bit too high.
Yeah, and exactly. He just said, I ain't got it.
But I think I was jumping for like 7 meters.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was scary.
Already did
to me.
Big jumps, you know. Yeah, and so many people are hitting themselves. That is kind of stupid. After that, we went into the car and then we drove to
Italy.
We drove to Italy, yeah.
Just for a night.
Just for a night.
Our only purpose there was to eat pasta and drink red wine.
Yeah.
When you drive to Italy, and you can take which city you like to, you got that Italian feeling of just the weather, the city, all the people on the streets sitting there on the cafes, and so just have some nice time.
Yeah, we picked a random city, and every time you do that in Italy, it is beautiful. People are outside. What an amazing country! You fall in love with the country every time you're there.
And we was only there for like 3 hours for that night.
Exactly.
Afterward, the day after, we was driving to here where we are now.
Yeah, in Austria. And we have some, we also got the pasta. We got the wine.
And you got the ravioli. And I got like the vitella tonato. That was lovely.
Mamma mia. It was great. Then we got a coffee in the morning and beautiful. And then now we're here in Austria.
Again.
Again. We tried to, our luck in Austria hasn't been that good. We wanted to do some downhill mountain biking, and we haven't been able to do it because the lifts are apparently closed on Monday to Wednesday.
The first city we drive into, they don't have downhill.
Yeah.
They recommend this city where there was an event today, I think so.
Exactly, yeah.
Where
a downhill event.
The only day that the lift has open is Fridays, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And we was asking, can we rent a bike? Yeah, you can do that, but I have to mention the lift is not open for tomorrow, so you have to drive by yourself to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And that's not the purpose for downhill mountain bike.
No.
It's not uphill mountain bike, it's downhill.
Exactly. We wanted to try the downhill, but in other terms, we didn't get into it. Yeah, so that was pretty good. And now we're in the beautiful camping site in Austria.
With the mountain here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's also what you realize when doing this kind of travel, that you're very privileged to do it. Not everybody has the means to do a trip like this.
No.
But it was also a new thing for you, Alex.
Yeah.
Trying this, because this is power traveling.
I've only been in charter vacations.
Yeah.
With sun and
Exactly.
drinks, and I like that vacation also. But I'm the person that get bored fast.
Yeah.
So I need to do things. I need to either jump in the water. I need to see some cities. I need to get some food experience. But here I has been so tired day after day, because I got so lot of new impressions.
Yeah.
And I love this way to travel. That this one is not the last trip I'll take.
Yeah.
I think it's not the last trip we'll take.
Definitely not. Definitely not. We had to see each other out also, and on the trip. Alex had to see me out. I already knew that he was a good guy. But it's not for everybody, this kind of travel. It's very hectic. There's a lot of driving involved. But you just see so many things on a very short period of time. I really like this kind of travel. It's not vacation. This is travel.
For a person like me that I've never tried this before, I will recommend other people to do it, because you got so lot of impressions, you got so lot of things to do, and
new cultures to see. And
I will do it, guys. If you like to travel, do this way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You don't need to like rent a auto camper like this. You can also fly from city to city and do this stuff like this.
Exactly. Just make sure that you see a lot of stuff when you're there, because you only have that much time to travel in your life. So when you're out traveling, you should probably go to a lot of places if that's your thing. You can try it out and see if you like it. But that has always been my family's kind of travel, that you see a lot of stuff. I have just taken that and mixed it up with sports adventures, because I love sports. And now I've introduced Alex to a lot of new sports. We still need Alex to get started with a bit of running and some kind of exercise at some point. Are you getting there? You're getting there.
Yeah, maybe I do.
It has just been an amazing trip. I was pretty sad at the beginning, because the whole trip was this trip was actually supposed to be the Julian Alps trail run, 120 kilometers in the Slovenian mountains. A big ultra race. I've trained a lot. I've trained probably for 3 months intensely, and I've trained the whole year to get to this ultra run. And 3 weeks before the competition, I got an infection in one of my scenes, or my ankle, that was very bad, and I thought I could recover it. But I just realized on this trip that I could not recover it. Instead of doing that trip, we did this trip instead, and I think that was probably the best way to get over that trip.
Yeah.
Because this has just been awesome, because we have gotten so many different sports in right now, and I haven't destroyed my ankle. Also a big shout out to everybody that's watching this, everybody we can help, is that you see a lot of these crazy things online, from people jumping off cliffs, great snowboarding movies. It is a lot of these things are very dangerous, and you have to be careful, because the mountain, for example, if you are climbing, the mountain doesn't care about your feelings. It does not care if you have a bad day, if you have a bad trip or anything. It will kill you on the unlucky day. So and I also said that to Alex, like with the cable, you need to be careful, because it's powerful, and it's so powerful. It's much more powerful than a human, so it will rip you in half. It wants to. It kind of did. It kind of did. You got a small injury.
Yeah, and splash in the water.
Yeah, and splash in the water. And it just goes to show that is kind of in the light end, but you have to be careful also with ultra running, that you don't destroy your body if you wanna be fresh when you are 70 years old, or at least try to be. You can always be unlucky, of course, but you have to take care of your body. Also in martial arts, karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, when you're sparring, be careful, because you can hurt yourself. Always take care of your body. Don't always listen to your ego, because it will not always help you. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It's all about developing the skills and the plans to do these events. I think that's the most important thing, really the skill.
Yeah.
Developing the skill to do it. And it's one step at a time, and you get better and better and better and better. Yeah, so that is really a great point from this trip. Be careful out there, especially if you have that mindset of really pushing yourself. And when you're done a lot of competition, you also put a little bit your ego aside, and because you've already done a lot of things, so it will not mean that much to me or to you, but it does for me. It has hurt a lot.
Yeah, I know.
For a long time, but we will get back in there. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.